Demonetized.
Demonetized. Strikeout. You're demonetized. Oh man, Code, don't you hate it when you force a lock and you break it?
Yeah.
How has it been 200 years since the bombs dropped and there's still food on the store shelves here?
Can grow it. Or, well,
Yeah, except
like
it's on a
people,
store.
but like
It's in it.
People just left it there for 200 years. Like, now we don't need to eat this.
Okay, listen, Sam, I hate to tell you that your advice is stupid, but you did call the Elder Scrolls 6 Skyrim 6.
I said what?
You called the Elder Scrolls 6 Skyrim 6.
That's what it was called.
How many LS did you drop before you watched it?
Looking at it. They announced it before. And then I see Skyrim 6.
No. It's the Elder Scrolls. It's the Elder Scrolls. It's not Skyrim.
Skyrim 6.
It's not Skyrim 6, how?
Okay, do you understand? Skyrim is not the name of the whole series. Skyrim is just the name of one game.
Elder Scrolls 6 release dates and
So
location.
there's Skyrim is just the Elder Scrolls 5. It's just the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. And then the Elder Scrolls 4 was the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Oh, because Skyrim was.
So Skyrim was just the 5th Elder. They're all just in the Elder Scrolls series. Skyrim was just the most recent one and it's the most popular one.
Yeah.
So it's the one that people know the most because people have played it the most.
That man just like he ate Ritz crackers.
This dude eating beans and a...
Because it took place in Skyrim.
Yeah. And it's called
Yeah.
because that's when the
Oh
Oblivion
my
incident
god,
happened.
I'm so stupid.
I swear it said Skyrim 6.
What's it called now? Elder Scrolls 6?
It's the Elder Scrolls 6. They're probably gonna put something after the name once they announce where it's at.
It's probably gonna be in Tamriel, is what I would guess.
No, I swear it was... I swear they announced it in, like... Where were they talking? I was watching speculation and people were, like, looking at, like, the shadows to see what coast it's on and, like, the mountains and everything.
Yeah, people went way too in depth in that, but I bet they're gonna make it in Tamriel.
Well, Bethesda did say that, that there's stuff in the trailer that you can inspect.
Oh yeah, that's because
Tamriel, that's what it's calling it, Tamriel.
And then, I don't feel like it's Tamriel, because I forgot what it's called. I feel it's the place that's a desert.
We don't know. We always saw mountains. That's all I saw.
But what I do know is that there's a big crater in there in the town, and there's some lore in the area, and it all adds up. Like where it's located on the coast, how the mountains work. Like there's a lot of stuff that adds up when it comes to speculation.
That's weird.
Why is this game starting to get hard?
yeah, it starts rapidly increasing in difficulty. Like I was struggling at the end.
Yeah, but like it was so easy just a second ago, and now I'm like having trouble against these raiders. This game is like a weird skill growth.
Juicy Steakhouse.
That's OP.
Oof. He's tagged. Maestro is tagged. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, shoddy, know I kill people. Yeah, real people in the trenches where it's real lethal. Ooh, new Templin Institute video. I love these guys.
Hold down. Do it. Quit being pussy, go. Jump or your mom a hoe.
Okay. $10mm submachine gun noises.
Across the wasteland that was once across Across the wasteland that was once America, hope remains a commodity in short supply. Of all the nation-states that have risen since the Great War, most are brutal and cruel. They are based around the rule of the strongest, or a reverence for technology at the expense of humanity. Some resemble a bizarre parody of the civilization that came before, while others manipulate the symbols of the past to lend legitimacy to their own ambitions. Warlords and factions have laid claim to the ideals of the old United States, but few have embodied them and fewer still have had the strength to defend them. Yet far to the west, a new power is slowly rising, one that promises democracy, liberty, and the rule of law. For hundreds of thousands, every hope that the wasteland might one day be restored to greatness has been placed in the new California Republic. In keeping with its promise as a beacon of liberty, the nation has modeled itself on the pre-war United States and exists as a federal republic with fully functioning executive, legislative, and judicial branches. Supreme authority rests in the Republic Council, which is overseen by a directly elected president and vice president. The office of the president remains the single most powerful influence within the republic, and without any enforced term limits, an individual elected to this position can control the country for decades. Legislative power is held by the two houses of the NCR Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate. While such labels evoke imagery of the distinguished and capable politicians of old, the Congress of the new California Republic is often a chaotic assembly of councilors, representatives, senators, and governors who each represent their home states and territories. While supposedly a united federation, in practice, each state works to assert its own independence and agenda. Friction often forms between rival states over matters of trade or caravan routes, which is often leveraged by outside groups in an attempt to exert political or
Ooh, that's a lot of
economic
quantum
influence across
Nuka-Cola.
the entire republic. Brahmin cattle barons and trade monopolies like the Crimson Caravan use their immense wealth to affect elections, extort large amounts of money in the form of government contracts, or muscle out rival businesses with political support. Even the armed forces are not immune, reliant on weapon merchants and manufacturers like the gun runners to maintain their arsenal, and who are granted special dispensation in return.
Yo, gunrunners are litty.
The courts and judges of the judicial branch work to uphold an adapted version of the laws of the United States. But for now at least, the wasteland makes a mockery of any universal enforcement. Widespread corruption, nepotism, inefficiencies, and an overly bureaucratic state apparatus are the inherent disadvantages of the NCR's democratic system, and hopefully ones that the nation will someday rise above. In most areas, however, the state has been largely successful in eliminating prostitution, gambling, slavery, and the proliferation of weapons. In areas occupied by the NCR military and still operating under martial law, such crimes are often punishable by death. Citizens within the new California Republic live in a comparatively stable society. A series of capable women in positions of power has eliminated the rampant sexism found elsewhere in the wastelands, while ghouls and mutants are shown little discrimination and even serve proudly in the NCR military. A clear separation of church and state is also maintained, with every non-radical religion allowed within its borders, so long as they make no attempt to influence the political process, participate in human sacrifice, or expose their followers to the forced evolutionary virus. With a population of over 700,000 people, the new California Republic is most likely the largest nation within the wasteland. A majority of its citizens are farmers, traveling merchants, or refugees seeking protection from the dangers of the post-apocalyptic world, an uncommon luxury elsewhere. In exchange, citizens are required to pay taxes, and in this, the NCR is quite unique in that it uses its own form of currency rather than the caps traded elsewhere. Individuals or even entire communities can be granted citizenship if requested, although as the NCR has expanded, this practice has grown increasingly controversial, and there remain accusations that the nation has forcefully annexed weaker settlements and incorporated them against their will. In these frontier communities, there is a lingering feeling that their needs have been forgotten in favor of the more powerful regions further west, and many of these settlements have attempted to remain independent. As the power of the NCR has grown, it has made progressively stronger enemies, envious of its wealth and power. The defense of the nation is the responsibility of the California Republic Army. It is a highly organized force by the standards of the wasteland, consisting of several divisions augmented by scouts, mechanized forces, and a small number of vertebrates. Its soldiers possess a remarkably standardized line of equipment and weapons, and NCR infantry in their tan uniforms, wide-brimmed hats, and goggles have quickly become the most famous symbol of the nation. Supplementing the NCR Army is a police force typically found in the largest urban communities, as well as the New California Rangers. These Rangers represent the elite of the NCR, and have gained renown across the wasteland for their aptitude in conducting reconnaissance, as well as for their
here
bravery
in
and
Maine,
combat effectiveness.
looking for some.
Rangers
Are you on Point Lookout?
Yes.
Yo, we out here, dude. Gang, gang, gang. Chilling in Maine, dude. We got the homeboys out here. Point Lookout. We got the hillbillies. Got the squad. We got the Chinese submarine, dude. It's chill. Yo, I got my own Mr. Handy.
Yep. He's called Wadsworth.
Wadsworth. I didn't know there was so much stuff in Fallout 4 based off of this.
Yeah.
Like, I knew there was a lot, but like this much? It's insane. Oh, wait, I don't really want to change my haircut. Dude, I'm just getting free purified water from him.
And you can get a haircut too. And you can tell a joke once a day.
Yeah, he's telling me a joke now about old people. What old people do. This is so weird. Can we get a like? Is there like a storage container for me? Oh, sweet. Dude, this is Liddy. I didn't know this game was that deep.
Yo, did
Is
you
it-
know that the plague causes socialism? Apparently.
What are you are you high, Co?
The New Plague and You, copyright and distributed by Presidential Fitness Program 2059. Safeguard yourself and your community by knowing and how to identify a person suffering from the new plague. Common symptoms include profuse sweating, unexplained contusions and swelling, massive external hemorrhaging, new ideals such as socialism. Thanks.
Oh, wait a second. Is that what I like to call getting people to execute certain minorities? That's a terrible joke. Alright, dude, we're about to pull up at the Crater Side Supply, dude. Pull up, dude. Gang, gang, gang. Pull up. You feel me, man? Pull up, gang, gang, gang. Got the combat shotgun. We out here. Gang, gang. Yeah, moo, moo, moo to you too, 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 cow. Yo, what's up, Moria?
So, how's this dad? Really? Still, good work. I still need to study a living specimen with. I need someone to research how to travel through a minefield.
What?
That'll cover the first. Well, that's what I need your help for, isn't it? I know lots, so I need you to get a bit of. Oh, you're a peach, or at least some sort of hardy fruit that grows in the savagely irradiated mockery of agriculture. Now, 200 rad should be enough for basic sickness. Just make sure you can get. Good to see. I have all sorts of. You can. Feeling it. Remember, once you buy it.
Wait, once I buy a theme, I can't. Okay, I can't sell it back to her. Wait, I want to buy a theme. Or should I buy a missile launcher? Oh, Cole.
What?
I'm having some trouble deciding whether or not I buy a rocket launcher or make my house look nice. Oh, I gotta get the art.
Rocket launcher uses junk as ammo, so it's basically like the junk cannon in Fallout 4, but it's a little better. And then house upgrades are pretty litty.
I gotta sell her some stuff. 10 millimeter. Okay, what do I not need? Wow, I need all of that. We're gonna have a problem. Okay, alright, combat shotgun, get the fuck out of here. More like junk, like, I'm probably carrying around a shit ton of junk. Alright, Brotherhood Steel, Conductor Cup, empty soda bottle, pilot light, pre-war money, vacuum cleaner.
Good hunting.
Yeah, good hunting to you too, man, whatever. I'm out, I'm dipping, Megaton. Where can I go to get irradiated?
You can hug the bomb
I can?
for a bit. Yeah, it's still radioactive. It gives you 2 rides on the water if you're standing right next to it.
Okay, I need like 200 though.
You need 600, and so just sit there and like browse Reddit for a bit. That's what I did.
Okay. Two rads a second. What? Will it just tell me I'm at 500? What do I have to do?
It'll tell you you have minor red poisoning at 200, advanced at 400, and then forget what it says at 600.
This dude shot a groundhog.
Yo.
Jesus, will you shut up about Adam?
Yeah. That's the bad part about standing there for a while. Is you have to listen to him rant on about Adam for like 10, or not even 10 minutes, like 5 minutes.
You now have radiation poisoning.
Yeah, that's the 200 mark. So, but you get a mutation, which increases limb recovery at higher radiation levels.
If I keep on waiting?
Yeah, if you get the 600 reds.
Nice.
I like to do the optional stuff because it's pretty easy to do, and then you get some extra loot for it, which you can either sell or use yourself, and then get different abilities.
Oh no! Getting separated from your skateboard 30 feet in the air. No one gives a crap that I just disarmed your bomb. Everyone's just standing around.
It shall be washed away in Atom's glow, burned from you in the fire of his brilliance. Each of us shall give birth to 1 billion stars formed from the mass of our wretched and filthy bodies. Each of us shall be mother and father to 1 trillion civilizations. Each of us shall know peace, shall know an end to pain, and shall know Atom in his glory. I urge you, my friends, come, drink with me and pray. Glorious Atom, I give unto you these feeble bones. I present to your will.
Hey, remember when Peyton Manning left?
I beg of you to use me as your vessel. Guide me to your brilliance. Divide each particle and give relief to this rotten flesh. Cast the fragile form of this ephemeral body into new life in the forge of your glow. Atom, come, bestow your presence on your unworthy servant.
Hey, the old man from Pawn Stars died.
Until the day of division, until the
He was neat.
behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye shall be blind with his glory. Every ear shall be strained.
Oh, there's some radiation I'm getting here.
Women and children of the earth, come forth to gather and behold the power of Atom. Let those who dwell here in his favored land attend now to the words of the prophet of God.
Democrats put greater value on what social psychologists call communion traits, which is broad-minded, warm, curious, fun-loving, sociable, and Republicans put greater value on agency traits, hardworking, determined, ambitious, thorough, organized.
Vision that has occurred in the past, and the resplendence of the promise of our division in the times to come. Give your bodies to Atom, my friend. Release
Hey, Cole, make sure you give your body to Adam, release yourself to his power, and feel his glow.
there shall be no
Will do.
tears, no sorrows, no suffering. In the division, we shall see our release.
We're Mexicans.
Of this
We're honest people right here. Rapist? How many people have I raped? How many drugs have I dealt? Huh? Oh yeah? You believe everything you tell me? You see how we're working hard right here?
No, dígale, ella está viendo, dígale, dígale,
Look, here.
dígale, ya vio que acabamos. No, dígale, ya, dígale, ¿tuviste?
Each of us shall know peace, shall know an end to pain, and shall know Atom in his glory. I urge you, my friends, come,
Well, now I have deadly rat poisoning.
pray. Glorious Atom, I give unto you these feeble bones. I present to your will this frail body. I beg of you to use me as your vessel. Guide me
Oh.
guide each particle and give relief to this rotten flesh. Cast the fragile form of this ephemeral body into new life in the forge of your glow. Atom, come, bestow your presence on your unworthy servant. We stay true until the day of division, until...
Oh shit, I died from radiation poisoning.
You got too many. You got 1,000 when you only needed 600.
Oh shit. Oh no, I have to go back there and do it again. God, why?
Big oof.
I didn't
You soaked in the bath too long. It was like getting shrivelly fingers, except you died.
from you in the fire of his brilliance. Each of us shall give birth to 1 billion stars formed from the mass of our wretched and filthy bodies. Each of us shall be mother and father to 1 trillion civilizations. Each of us shall know peace, shall know an end to pain, and shall know Atom in his glory.
Oh, there's a tracker here.
Urge you, my friends, come, drink with me and pray.
Jesus, this guy takes bullets.
I give unto you these feeble bones. I
jeez.
I beg of you to use me as your vessel. Guide me to your brilliance. Divide each particle and give relief to this rotten flesh. Cast the fragile form of this ephemeral body into new life in the forge of your glow. Atom, come, bestow your presence on your unworthy servant. We stay true
You now have radiation poisoning
till the day of division.
with minor rad poisoning.
His humble work.
Let's check how my SoundCloud's doing. Oh, Koji, check out the Amazon thing I linked.
I have not. 1 second.
Oh shit! SoundCloud gang. I think I'm gonna collab with a guy.
Yes. Young Cuck Studios on
That's
the
pretty gay if I
fucking
do say so myself.
I need daddy's tummy. Yes. Strapped with an AK. I'm about to show you you're gay. You're gay. Fucking stupid cool kid. Get
My diamond is so polished, man, she got so heckin' wet. I fricked her with my shaft. I fricked her with my pee-pee. I fricked yo grill hard. I fricked yo grill good.
Echo.
The native folk of Maine hurt.
like Brexit. I'm so lonely, bitch. I got a body. That's kind of gay, honestly. I'm a real sad.
That's it.
Bitch, I beat my meat. I beat it. Ski.
Coach, did you see the Amazon link?
Beat it so slick.
1 second, I'm killing the indigenous people of Maine to visit their ritual chamber.
What?
Killing the indigenous. It's in where'd you put it?
What'd you say about my mom?
Where's the link?
Oh, if you scroll up a little bit, there's an Amazon link.
It's on No Gay Zone, right?
I'm hitting your mama up in the Rolls Royce. I don't like your voice. You sound like a retard. You a little bitch.
I think I'm gonna collab with this guy on SoundCloud.
Wow. Sexuality flips now. Fuck on my dick now. Gay men, they irk me. Fuck on my Insta like, bitch, why you lurking?
Give me all your fucking tummies, baby. Yes. Kill me. Hang me. Fucking kill me, faggot. Give me all the motherfucking cummies, Dad. Yes, I need all the cummies. You ever just thought, why we live, man?
Which channel is it in?
No Gay Zone. Jesus, Cole, I'll link it again since you like can't see.
I'm all the way up to fucking the Fuse meme. Is it after that? Okay, there it is. Why is there a Microsoft here? I'm pretty sure this mic's gonna be pretty garbo if it's $30 for all of this.
No, no, no. Microphones are actually pretty cheap, though.
Shout out to all the homies who wanna die. Yeah. I wanna kill myself. Yes.
But why is it blue?
Why?
Get like the black version.
You ever just thought why we live, man? Why do we live? Yes, some edgy shit about how the government is corrupt. I wanna slit my wrists and just hang from the ceiling. This speed is very depressing, so I must make some edgy lyrics.
1 second, I'm gonna go get some food.
Please, I'm so very generic.
I'll be back.
I want theft.
But definitely myself while I go get
The
food.
school system's fucked. It killed my 3 children. Yes. I wanna die. Please kill me.
With this shit, Victoria Justice. Little booming shit beating on my dick. Pull up on your bitch, looking like Brexit. I'm so lonely, bitch, I got a body hell. That's kinda gay, honestly.
Co.
Real sad.
Co.
Bitch, I beat my meat, I beat it skeet skeet. Bitch, I beat my dick, I beat it so slick. I got hoes in my DMs.
1, 2, 3, and your bitch on me. 4, 5, 6. I'm sucking her dick.
Before the album, the Degeneracy Squad released a warning.
Jesus, I love you, Jesus. I don't need a sword. He love you, Jesus.
Veronica.
Warning,
David Bowie. Pills. Pull the pills right down the hatch.
Oh my god, darling. What are we gonna do? I don't know, but I say we beat the cunt.
There's always music on Red Bull TV. From recording studios to stages around the globe. Watch exclusive performances, award-winning documentaries, and the world's best music festivals, live. And all of this for free. Download the Red Bull TV.
Without him, I can't go on without him. We can't go on without him. Hey.
The money, but the money come first. Yeah, they come and go like the money, but the money come first. I'm a whole nother level. I'm a whole nother level. They like that in my speed. They try to copy the style. Trippin' like a boss.
Diamond flow on your hoe.
Is super slow. Pull up like his name is Mo, and I cry myself to sleep. Depression at its peak. No friends, but
I provide no. I'm getting dubs. Ooh, no ain't fucking gay. Ooh, no fucking way. Ooh, justice. Little booming shit beating on my dick. Dick up on your bitch, looking like Brexit. I'm so lonely, bitch. I got a body pill. Lonely fell. Bitch, I beat my meat. I beat it skeet slick. Bitch, I beat my dick. I beat it so slick. I got hoes in my DMs. I got rows on my denims. I got bitches on my dick. I got bitches on it. My dick. I'm out here sucking some dick. Wait, that line is gay? No homo. Oh. Nobody like those candies called a roll. Bitch, I pull up on the block in a pole. Bitch, I pull up to the block with the cock. Bitch, I pull up to the block with the Glock. Diamond flow on your hoe. I go in the dentist, my flow is apprentice. Donald Trump ass looking on your bitch.
Boone's a sniper, same as me. Used to spot for him when we were enlisted with the...
Little Nerf clip. Just for me already.
Bitch, you think you're fucking shit. Bitch, you think you're fucking lit. Bitch, you fucking on the shit. Bitch. Think you're fucking shit. Think you fucking lit. Think you're fucking shit. Fuck you, fucking bitch. I don't like, guys, that's kind of home. Fall into the void. Hey, Sam. How you doing? What? Yeah, Ko was wanting it, and he was too stupid to know how to scroll up.
What, 96?
This is the Tonor BM700 XLR microphone, or as the Amazon listing says, the Tonor XRL to 3.5mm podcasting studio recording condenser microphone for computer with adjustable microphone suspension, boom, scissor arm stand, and microphone kits. What? And yes, it really says XRL instead of XLR. Questionable Amazon SEO tactics aside, this is actually pretty cool. For just $32 US, you get basically everything you need for some decent basic condenser microphone audio for YouTube, streaming, podcasting, and so on. Instead of just coming with the microphone, in the box you get a shock mount, your listeners' ears will thank you for this, a windscreen and a pop filter. Don't use both, but whichever you use will also earn gratitude from your listeners' ears, and a scissor arm and desk mount for it, along with a decent quality XLR to 3.5mm cable if you don't have an XLR interface setup, and a 3.5mm USB sound card. Though in a little bit, I'm going to tell you why you probably shouldn't use that. In terms of bang for your buck, it's hard to beat this complete package for only $32. It really is. Granted, for this price, you're not getting the highest quality components. The microphone arm and mounts are cheap and will break over time if you're too rough on it, and they won't hold a heavy mic if you choose to upgrade later, but they are plenty good enough to get started with audio and plenty good enough for this microphone. Setup is straightforward. Tighten the desk mount on the edge of your desk, slide the microphone arm in, and tighten the securing knob. Attach the shock mount to the arm thread and add the microphone into the shock mount. Then use your choice of the pop filter or windscreen. The pop filter and windscreen achieve similar results, lowering the impact of plosives, but the pop filter will do a better job at it. However, it requires 2 inches or more of space between it and the microphone to do a good job, and overall that setup takes up way more space than just sliding the windscreen over top the mic. It's also worth noting that this is a side address microphone. Audio will only be picked up properly from the front side with the Tonor label on it, not from the back or from the top of the capsule. You then have a choice of hooking it up directly via XLR to a phantom power providing interface or mixer, or using the XLR to 3.5mm cable to your computer motherboard. The USB sound card is completely useless, however. I tried it out with 2 different desktop computers and a laptop with both USB 2.0 and 3.0 ports, and all I got out of it was this nasty static mess.
This is a microphone. Not getting any better. Why is there so much static? What the hell?
The mic sounds pretty good though. It sounds best hooked up to a proper XLR setup, but it is completely usable with the 3.5mm connection ran to your computer's motherboard. Here's that XLR to 3.5mm cable setup hooked up to a motherboard sample without any processing, and then a quick copy of it with some audio processing, some EQ and compression, so you can see what can be done with it.
This is a microphone test using the Toner BM700 hooked up by an XLR to 3.5mm cable to the pink microphone in port on a desktop computer. This is a test. This is a test. Test. 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, my name's Adam Fox, and this is a microphone test. Hello. Now this is without the pop filter or the windscreen, as I wanted to get as crystal clear quality as possible, and I just left it upstairs. But this is a microphone test. Hello everyone, how's it going? This is a microphone test using the Toner BM700 hooked up by an XLR to 3.5mm cable to the pink microphone import on a desktop computer. This is a test. This is a test. Test. 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, my name's Adam Fox, and this is a microphone test. Hello. Now this is without the pop filter or the windscreen, as I wanted to get as crystal clear quality as possible, and I just left it upstairs. But this is a microphone test. Hello everyone, how's it going?
And here's a test of it hooked up by XLR to my main audio rack with no processing applied.
This is a microphone test using the Toner BM700 condenser microphone hooked up by XLR to my audio processing rack like I would a normal microphone. This is a microphone test. Hi everyone, how's it going? My name's Adam Fox, and you're listening to this microphone test in my normal studio setup. Since this is
Hello, everybody.
Is a test. We're doing a keyboard typing test. And there you go. You can probably hear the keystrokes. This is a test. Test. 1, 2, 3. Bass.
Lastly, here's raw and processed tests comparing it to the Audio-Technica AT2020 microphone, a $50 to $80 mic that I usually recommend as a budget option.
Okay, switching over here, I have the mic set up in a vocal booth, so the sound is as isolated as I can get it pretty much here in my home studio. And we have the mic hooked up to my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, which is back behind me hooked up to my laptop. And we're actually going to be doing a comparison to the Audio-Technica AT2020. So this is what the BM700 sounds like running through a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 with phantom power. And we're going to replay both of these clips with processing, but this is raw just first. This is a test. Test. 1, 2, 3. Let's switch on over to the AT2020. And now here we have the Audio-Technica AT2020 with the exact same setup here in the vocal booth with the Scarlett 2i2 hooked up to my laptop. This is a microphone test. The AT2020 is a little bit of a more expensive microphone. It still falls in the budget mic category for me. You can pick it up.
Recording software you can download and start using immediately. Audacity is an open source audio recording program with an intuitive layout.
Hey explorers, today smash the like button and comment down. Audacity is based for things such as recording and editing podcasts and speech for YouTube videos. It is not good for creating music or mixing beats. If you're looking for that type of software, then check out the other apps on this list. Audacity has multiple tracks, so you can mix speech, music, sound effects, and other audio clips. It also has editing tools for cutting, removing, copying, and pasting audio. Additionally, there's a selection of effects such as fade in, fade out, noise reduction, and many more. Audacity also supports VST plugins, so you can expand its features. Audacity is free, open source software, and it's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. But there's one downside with Audacity, and that's the fact that it has limited format support out of the box. You have to install plugins such as the Layman Encoder to be able to export in formats such as MP3 or OGG. If you need some help to get started with Audacity, I've made a basic tutorial which is linked in the description. In the tutorial, I'll teach you the basics of Audacity, how to use it for your desktop audio, even music, and export your projects as MP3 files. Next on the list we have LMMS. It is a digital audio workstation closer related to professional commercial audio software such as FL Studio. LMMS is meant for creating music, making beats, and even some sound effects. It has much more advanced features than Audacity, but it is also more complicated to use and not ideal for the same purposes as Audacity. With LMMS, it's possible to sequence, compose, and mix music in one interface. It has several built-in editors and synthesizers, as well as support for a variety of plugins and files. These include VST and Lightspa plugins, MIDI files, and sound fonts. Included with the software is also a collection of beats and other sound effects that you can use to make music. You can download LMMS for Windows, Mac, and Linux. LMMS can be a bit confusing for a beginner, but instruction manuals can be found on their website, and there are plenty of good tutorials on YouTube. My last recommendation would be Osen Audio. It's like a more simple version of Audacity. Osen Audio has a few advantages over Audacity, but also some drawbacks. The advantages include a more simple and user-friendly interface, but more importantly, Osen Audio has built-in format support, so you can export to MP3 files and other formats right out of the box. There's no need to install a plugin. Additionally, Osen Audio has a spectrogram view, which can show you the so-called fingerprint of a sound file. This might be useful for some people, but probably not most. The main drawback with Osen Audio is that it does not support multiple tracks, so you can't mix, for example, music and speech for a podcast. Furthermore, it does not have volume controls for your microphone, so you have to go to the volume.
Where is the European Union? Obviously here somewhere, but much like the European continent itself, which has an unclear boundary, the European Union also has some fuzzy edges to it. To start, the official members of the European Union are, in decreasing order of population, Germany, France, the United Kingdom, Italy, Spain, Poland, Romania, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, Greece, Belgium, Portugal, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Sweden, Austria, Bulgaria, Denmark, Slovakia, Finland, Ireland, Croatia, Lithuania, Latvia, Slovenia, Estonia, Cyprus, Luxembourg, and Malta. The edges of the EU will probably continue to expand further out as there are other countries in various stages of trying to become a member. How the EU works is hideously complicated and a story for another time, but for this video you need know only three things. First, countries pay membership dues, and second, vote on the laws they all must follow, and third, citizens of member countries are automatically European Union citizens as well. This last means that if you're a citizen of any of these countries, you are free to live and work and retire in any of the others, which is nice, especially if you think your country is too big or too small or too hot or too cold. The European Union gives you options. By the way, did you notice how all three of these statements have asterisks attached to this unhelpful footnote? Well, get used to it. Europe loves asterisks that add exceptions to complicated agreements. These three, for example, point us towards the first bit. border fuzziness with Norway, Iceland, and Little Liechtenstein, none of which are in the European Union, but if you're an EU citizen, you can live in these countries, and Norwegians, Icelanders, or Liechtensteiners can live in yours. Why? In exchange for freedom of movement of people, they have to pay membership fees to the European Union, even though they aren't a part of it, and thus don't get a say in its laws that they still have to follow. This arrangement is the European Economic Area, and it sounds like a terrible deal were it not for that asterisk which grants EEA, but not EU members, a pass on some areas of law, notably farming and fishing, something a country like, say, Iceland might care quite a lot about running themselves. Between the European Union and the European Economic Area, the continent looks mostly covered, with the notable exception of Switzerland, who remains neutral and fiercely independent, except for her participation in the Schengen area. If you're from a country that keeps her borders extremely clean and or well patrolled, the Schengen area is a bit mind-blowing because it's an agreement between countries to take a meh approach to borders. In the Schengen area, international boundaries look like this. No border officers or passport checks of any kind. You can walk from Lisbon to Tallinn without identification or the need to answer the question business or pleasure. For Switzerland, being part of Schengen but not part of the European Union means that non-Swiss can check in any time they like, but they can never stay. This kumbaya approach to borders isn't appreciated by everyone in the EU, most loudly the United Kingdom and Ireland, who argue that islands are different. Thus, to get onto these fair isles, you'll need a passport and a good reason. Britannia's reluctance to get fully involved with the EU brings us to the next topic, money. The European Union has its own fancy currency, the euro, used by the majority but not all of the European Union members. This economic union is called the Eurozone, and to join, a country must first reach certain financial goals. And lying about reaching those goals is certainly not something anyone would do. Most of the non-Eurozone members, when they meet the goals, will ditch their local currency in favor of the euro, but 3 of them, Denmark, Sweden, and of course the United Kingdom, have asterisks attached to the euro section of the treaty, giving them a permanent opt-out. And weirdly, 4 tiny European countries, Andorra, San Marino, Monaco, and Vatican City, have an asterisk giving them the exact reverse, the right to print and use euros as their money, despite not being in the European Union at all. So that's the big picture. There's the EU, which makes all the rules, the Eurozone inside of it with a common currency, the European Economic Area outside of it where people can move freely, and the selective Schengen for countries that think borders just aren't worth the hassle. As you can see, there's some strange overlap with these borders, but we're not done talking about complications by a long shot, once again, because empire. So Portugal and Spain have islands from their colonial days that they've never parted with. These are the Madeira and Canary Islands off the coast of Africa and the Azores well into the Atlantic. Because these islands are Spanish and Portuguese, they're part of the European Union as well. Adding a few islands to the EU's borders isn't a big...
What's up, everybody?
Alright, so welcome to free beat making program.bravesites.com. Today I'm going to work on making a quick tutorial how to use LMMS. We're going to make a quick beat, nothing spectacular, nothing great, just so that you know the ins and outs and how to work with LMMS. Alright, so I'm going to show you the way that I do it, the way that I learn, and the way that I practice. So here we go. To start off, I go into the song editor and I make it bigger. And then I delete all these extra VSTs that I have open here. To do that, I click on the little circle here and then I click remove. So you do that for each and every one of them. Then after that, we're going to open up a VST or an instrument plugin. So you click on the top one and it'll open up the instrument plugin bar. And you click on synth add sub effects. So you left click it, hold, you bring and you drop it, and it opens it up. So now we need to choose an instrument out of this VST. So to do that, you click on this area right here. It says synth add sub effects. It opens up the VST. You click on show GUI and you click on instrument. You click on show instrument bank. An instrument out of this VST. So to do that, you click on this area right here. It says synth add sub effects. It opens up the VST. You click on show GUI and you click on instrument. you click on Show Instrument Bank, click on the arrow down, and this time I'm going to choose Synth Piano VST. You click on Show GUI, and you click on Instrument, you click on Show Instrument Bank. Click on the arrow down, and this time I'm going to choose Synth Piano. I'm not going to make anything special. Choose Soft Piano and close. And there you go. And it's already there. Now, to make a melody, what you do is you double click on this black and gray area right here, and it opens up the piano roll. To make a melody, what you do is you double click on this black and gray area right here, and it opens up the piano roll. And now you need to start putting notes wherever you want. Oops, a little loud. So I'm gonna start making a melody. Alright, so now that we have the melody here, you can make this go either faster or slower at any speed that you want. To do that, you click here on tempo. So you left click, hold, and start bringing down. And now it's going slow. Click and hold, you bring it back up, and we go back up to 140. Oops. And you back up to 140. Now, to make this longer, what I do is I copy and paste. So to do that, you click on this little square with a dotted square. You click it, then you press and hold the left mouse key, and you drag this little box over. here. It says copy selected notes. So you click on that and it'll copy this. Then you go here where it says paste selected notes or notes from clipboard, and it just pasted them. Now you look at here and you're like, where are they? I don't know. Right. To make them come up, what you do is you press and hold control and hit the up arrow, and they're on the top now. So what you do is you hold it and you drag it over and you put it right next to it, and then we're going to repeat the same thing again for all these notes.
Victoria Justice. Little booming shit beating on my dick. Pull up on your bitch looking like Brexit. I'm so lonely, bitch, I got a body pill. That's kinda gay, honestly. I'm a real sad, lonely fell. Bitch, I beat my meat, I beat it skeet skeet. Bitch, I beat my dick, I beat it so slick. I got hoes in my DMs, I got rows on my denims. I got bitches on my dick, I got bitches beating it. I'm out here beating my dick. I'm out here sucking some dick. Wait, that line is gay? No homo. Oh, nobody like those candies called a roll. Bitch, I pull up on the block in a pole. Bitch, I pull up to the block with the cock. Bitch, I pull up to the block with the Glock. Diamond flow on your hoe.
Yo, Young Cup Studios up on the beat, my guy. Yes. Whoa. Hell yeah. Yes. Yo, bitches be on my dick. 24/7 bitches on my dick. I'm fucking rich. I live in fucking Hollywood. Bitches on my dick. Bitches on my dick. Yeah, whoa. Young Cuck on the track, my dude. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. Yeah. I'm about to go hard on this beat.
There's always music on Red Bull TV. From recording studios to stages around the globe. Watch exclusive performances, award-winning documentaries, and the world's best music festivals live. And all of this for free. Down.
All these bitches rhyming, trying to fall that like this being rolled.
In the dentist, my flow is apprentice. Donald Trump ass looking on your bitch. That's kinda gay, honestly. I'm a real sad, lonely fell. Bitch, I beat my meat, I beat it skeet skeet. Bitch, I beat my dick, I beat it so slick. I got hoes in my DMs, I got rows on my denims. I got bitches on my dick, I got bitches beating it. I'm out here beating my dick.
Hey boys, it's Easter. So I'm writing y'all a little song.
The fuck, man?
Hope you guys enjoy it. You know, I'm always about that. I'm flexing it on Easter. Up in this shit. It's gonna get lit. You get hit. Cause I'm flexing on Easter. I need some yeast. I'm with yo girl. Flexing with heat. Goddamn. Got ice on my wrist. It's cold. Up in this shit. Oh no. I'm done with this bitch. Y'all fucking gay. Get out of my way. Or I might just nay nay.
I'm out here sucking some dick. Which one is gay? No home. Damn. Bitch, I beat my dick, I beat it slick. Bitch, I beat my meat, I pull up with the yeet. I'm addicted to
Hello?
Now,
Each of us shall give birth to a billion stars, formed from the mass of our wretched and filthy bodies. Each of us shall be mother and father to a trillion civilizations. Each of us shall know peace, shall know an end to pain, and shall know Atom in his glory. I urge you, my friends, come, drink with me and pray. Who have we here? Yes, what would you like to know? The Church of the Children of Atom is based on the idea that each single atomic mass in all of creation contains within it an entire universe. When that atomic mass is split, a single universe divides and becomes two, thus signifying the single greatest act of Atom's creation. Occasionally, a divine event occurs, and trillions upon trillions of new universes are created. The last such event took place here 200 years ago. Where most of the lost children of Atom see that event as simple war and devastation, we see creation and unification. Those who were called to Atom during the Great Division were very fortunate. We see the same, both in symbol and in fact. And the bomb, as you call it, represents Atom's capacity for creation. We kneel before. Even knowing the truth, you continue to miss. How very, very. Even. Why? In my youth, I traveled quite a bit, but the only advice that I can offer is this. You will find no wealth in the wasteland. Megaton, Atom's sacred village. He has chosen. Outsiders ask us, why did you build a town around a bomb? To them I say, the bomb is up.
How are you? Been better?
Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye shall be blind with his glory. Every ear shall be stricken deaf to hear the thunder of his voice. Let the men, women, and children of the earth come forth to gather and behold the power of Atom. Let those who dwell here in his favored land attend now to the words of the prophet of Atom. Come forth and drink the waters of the glow, for this ancient weapon of war is our salvation. It is the very symbol of Atom's glory. Let it serve as a reminder of the division that has occurred in the past, and the resplendence of the promise of our division in the times to come. Give your bodies to Atom, my friends. Release yourself to his power. Feel his glow and be divided. There shall be no tears, no sorrows, no suffering. For in the division, we shall see our release from the pain and hardships of this world. Yea, your suffering shall exist no longer. It shall be washed away in Atom's glow, burned from you in the fire of his brilliance.
What? What?
Welcome to your day, Sonic. Back to the Bahama, Mama.
Oh, thank you.
Isn't that where you got last time?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you guys. Was it Paul that got it for us? Yep. Oh. Thank you, Pa. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I beg of you to use me as your vessel. Guide me to your brilliance. Divide each particle and give relief to this rotten flesh. Cast the fragile soul of this ephemeral body into new life in the forge of your life.
Mm.
Thank you, Paul. Huh. Did you know the human body can survive without the stomach or spleen? Oh, feeling a bit. I can tell you're positively glowing. Now just hold on and try not to move. Tell me how it feels, and I'll give you a stick right up. Oh, you poor dear. Putting on a brave face like that. Well, don't worry. It'll all be better. Now, let me take a few notes, and I'll handle. I've never had a chance to test it out on someone so heavily dosed. Oh, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. Exciting, isn't it? Okay, a little Brahmin milk, a couple magnets, and maybe a few Wow, you're alive! Oh, that's the good news. But there was a little side effect. A teeny tiny mutation. But it seems to be benign, at least. Here, take a few radiation chems as my little way of saying, I'm sorry I twisted your DNA like a kitten with a ball of yarn. Landmines are one of the few dangers out there that you can profit from. Disarm. I've heard stories about a ghost town that's just sounds like the place for some field work. Get in there, get back, and tell me all about it. I hear there's a playground in the middle of town. Read.
Hey, nifty America. It's me, your president, John Hank. Gotcha! 3Dog here. How's everyone doing?
Yes, time for the news. There have been more and more sightings of raiders over by Evergreen Mills. Smart money's on them having some kind of camp out that way. Keep that in mind the next time you feel like nosing around that neighborhood. Thanks for listening, children. This is 3Dog, and you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland, and we're here for you. Now listen close for this important public service announcement. Don't feed the Yaogwai. That is all. Now, some music.
rather busy lately. Asking questions, investigating. So is that it? Or do you have some kind of personal grudge against an innocent android who simply wants to be left? Fine. Let's cut to the chase. My name is Victoria Watts. I work for a movement whose goals are directly It seems you're trying very hard to locate an android. My associates and I have tried very hard. You really want help? Take this. It's an internal component. Present it to Dr. Zimmer in Rivet City. Do that and Zimmer will go back to the